ain't seen it yet. Any good?
Good fun to watch it again. Oh, nice finish.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Talk us through it.
Yeah, Alex, talk us through it. Talk us through it. And what was
What bit do you want to know?
well, just is that what you were thinking when you arrived at the club? That's my dream debut. I'll come on, score a last minute winner.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a think about that one earlier. And yeah, they're the moments you dream of, playing at places like this and being able to impact the game, help the team and create moments like that. So yeah, it's a dream start there for me, and more importantly, it helped us get the win.
What did you make of the game in general? Obviously, you came on, you were just throwing the kitchen sink at it. Did you always think that moment was going to come?
I always know it can come, and then when it does come, you need that moment of quality from someone. So delighted that I could provide that for the boys tonight. I think those kind of games are always difficult, especially when you don't get 1, 2, 3 goals when you've got a lot of chances. It can come back to haunt you, and at one stage it looked like that could have been the case for us there tonight. But I thought the boys kept going, kept plugging away, kept doing the things that we spoke about. Tried to stay patient, which sometimes can be hard, especially when the crowd wants you to go forward and wants you to score and get that goal. So I think the boys did really well there. Thought we did well to sort of stay defensively concentrated, to not let them have a counter, and then you just got to keep trying. And like I said, luckily tonight that moment fell to me and I could help. The other night fell to Junior and he did the same thing. It's a great characteristic to have as a team, to be able to do that right to the end, but I think going forward we need to be a bit more clinical early doors, so we can see games out easier than that.
I know it might not have sunk in yet, but what did it mean to you personally the moment the ball went in the back of the net? You've not played in so long, and to know what's gone through your head over these last few months, what did it mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. I have to say big thank you to everyone at Arsenal. They all know, I've all spoke to them for giving me the chance to keep my fitness up, and then an even bigger thank you to the manager here in this football club for giving me the chance to put on this kit and play for this amazing club. And then when you get those opportunities, you want to be able to pay back with moments of quality like that. And yeah, it's been difficult, and sometimes the way things go in football, especially when you cross that 30 years of age barrier, you may be not as valuable as you once were in a business sense of things, but I always knew I still had a lot to give. And training every day for the last 3 months where I was training, that sort of gave me the confidence in that sort of environment that I can still offer a lot to the game. And then I'm absolutely delighted to be here and have the opportunity to do that and help these boys. And tonight is a great start for me, but more importantly, it keeps our goals alive and keeps us going in the right direction here now.
Alex, you came on in the 78th minute and you scored in the 91st. That's not bad. 13 minutes to make such an impact. Do you feel that this move really reignites you in terms of your career in general?
Yeah, it gives me a chance. Definitely, it's an amazing opportunity. When it came up, I didn't doubt it for 1 second. It's a long way from home, but even that was not a factor for me coming here. Family was really supportive of it, and you don't get chances to play for clubs like this. My dad's from an era back in the day where this club means a lot, and it was maybe back in that generation, the guys know a lot how much it means to play for this club. So he was straight away telling me, I'll get you in the car now, I'll drive you up there myself. It's just it's an amazing opportunity for me, and it's a great start, but I know there's a lot more to it than just 13 minutes like you said there, and I've got a lot of hard work to do to catch up, learn a lot off these lads, learn the way they play, and then put myself in a position to really be able to help them going forward, and they'll be helping me as well.
How big is the hunger to add to the medals as well?
Yeah, massive. Whenever I go anywhere, I want to win, and I'm sure everyone in that dressing room feels the same way. That's just part of my DNA and part of what motivates me for sure. But first things first, it's just to get out on the pitch for me there and be able to help the lads. Take 3 points tonight. That's massive, and I can just build from here.
some things are just written in the stars, aren't they? When you come off the bench, did you feel that something special was going to happen tonight?
I don't know. I felt like I had a chance to get a moment. I was watching the game and sort of saw some of the spaces that were opening up in and around the box, especially when we had the ball out wide and then we're able to cross. I was looking at areas where I can get into. The coaching staff, the managers, they sort of give me a lot of confidence there to go and have a moment like that. And when you come on, that's your job, to make an impact. Especially in a game where it's 1-1 and you want to go and score the winner. For a forward player, attacking player, you have to think of those moments and plan them up in your head. I was doing that, sort of sat on the bench. Obviously, for it to come off, it doesn't always do that. So that's just an added bonus. But yeah, it's this time a couple of weeks ago, I didn't know where I was going to be or where my future sort of stood in the game, but I just sort of kept my head down, trained hard, and believed that something would come up. It has, and it did, and now I'm going to be doing absolutely everything I can to repay the club with the faith they've put in me.
Rangers obviously dropped points tonight as well. Were there some extra celebrations in the dressing room?
I didn't hear that. I was out the change room, so that's nice to know. But yeah, look, we can't focus too much on everyone else. The job is to win all the games. That's what we need to be looking to do every time we step on the pitch. I think that's what this football club aspires to do every time we step over the white line. So yeah, obviously results like that might go for you, they might go against you, but we just need to focus on everything that we can control, and that's our results. And games like that tonight, where we dominate a fair bit of the ball, I think we just got to be a bit more clinical and maybe a bit more commanding, and get a few more goals when you can, because credit to Livingston, I thought they possessed the threat, especially from set pieces. They defended really well, and you can't take anyone lightly, and I think that's a good introduction for me to be able to see that early on in the league. You've got to respect everyone, and when chances come up, we have to take them and be clinical, and that's the only way we're going to progress here.
It's been a bit of a strange season, all in all, Alex, before you've arrived, but there's been fan boycotts, things like that, but when you score a goal like that and you get to feel the power of what Celtic Park can actually do, how good was that for you? Feel the atmosphere at last?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's been the best part of my season so far anyway, so I'm not complaining. I thought the atmosphere was really good, especially after the goal. I appreciate that from the fans. After the goal went in, and that sort of applause, and that means a lot. And I think it's our job now to be more clinical, put games to bed earlier if we can, score goals when we're getting those kind of chances, and play the football that the fans want to see, and go and win games with authority. And that's our job. As much as they play a big role to push us on, they do for sure. It's our job to also play the way that we need to play to inspire them.
Is it really motivating to kind of experience that at a stage of your career? Guys like Joe, guys like Casper have spoken about that coming here. And
the more you're speaking to me now, the more things are coming up. I was speaking to Hartley maybe 4 weeks ago about this place, and this was before this opportunity had come up. He was just telling me about his time here and how much he loved it, and how the stadium can be when things are going well. And yes, I've just seen a real good glimpse of it. So that it couldn't have gone better for me tonight. But the important thing, it's not about me. I know obviously when you score the winner, and sometimes you do get the credit and a lot of talk at the time, but it's not about me. We've got big games coming up, and all the boys there, I think are going to play a massive role, and I need to just be there to help whenever needed. So we're all going to have to pull together, and it's a great start. I loved every minute of it, and I hope for many more moments like that.
Are you expecting a text from Andy Robertson when you look at the phone?
I better. If he hasn't, I'll be disappointed. But that's a good one. I'm sure he's going to drop me a text for sure, and if he hasn't, I'll be texting him to remind him. But I need to look at the phone and see what's happening, and people might see that I am still alive and kicking. So it's good. It's a good day.
Alex, across your career, do you think like performances, hard-fought performances like this one tonight, can they be the bedrock for title wins? Can you think back over your career and the ugly wins have been the important wins kind of thing when you come the end of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't get to win every game. As a big club in a league and a team that can dominate, you don't get to win every game easily, and teams will never make it easy for you, and that's just something that comes with playing at a high level. And yeah, you have to win ugly at times. It's just you don't want to have to do that too often. And it's more so when I think the first 20 minutes there tonight we had enough chances to sort of be a bit more clear of things come half time. So yeah, we're going to have to do that better. But if you're not able to do that, it's that that mentality to keep going, stay calm, believe that there's going to be a moment. They're the things that throughout my career and the teams where we've done well, they're the sort of things that we had to fall back on at times when it wasn't going so well and we weren't playing amazing, but you still win. So yeah, that's always a massive factor in any team.